Good morning, everybody. Welcome to City Hall, welcome to Council Chambers, and welcome to a meeting of the Los Angeles City Council for today, Tuesday, June 14th, 2005. The City Council meets every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Meetings are open to the public, and we do invite you to join us. For members of the public unable to attend council meetings, we can be viewed live on your cable station, Channel 35. We can also be viewed live via webcast from the city's homepage or heard via council phone. Colleagues, the time is now 10:25 a.m. and we have 9 members present, one shy of a quorum. But as we do expect a quorum momentarily, wanted to begin today's meeting. This is Tuesday and the first meeting of the week. It's our custom to have our salute to the flag. Also understand, Mr. LeBond, you have a special presentation this morning. And did you know today is also Flag Day?
Holiday in my book, Flag Day. It's a great day. And Mr. President, thank you.
So if you introduce our special guests before your presentation to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
You bet you. I'd ask you all to please stand, and could be so honored by having the Los Angeles City Firefighter of the Year, Captain Jimmy Finn of Engine 29 and Task Force 29, step to the podium and please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Jimmy Finn, Firefighter of the Year.
Place your hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, colleagues. As part of our moment of inspiration, which we have here in City Council chambers to begin our meetings at the beginning of the week, I'm honored to introduce Right Girl for our moment of inspiration. And if you look on your desk, you'll each have a green book right here that details some of the work of Right Girls. But their mission is to empower girls through mentorship and self-expression. Right Girl teen and professional women writers document and enhance the literary landscape of Los Angeles, celebrating family, celebrating place, courage, self, and creativity in their acclaimed books, readings, and youth workshops. They brought a new dimension to our city and propelled their members to remarkable achievements, making sure that girls and women who are writers and aspiring writers can learn the skills to express themselves and to express their dreams here in the city of Los Angeles. Right Girl would like to invite everybody to join them at their season end gala on June 26th at the Writers Guild Theater in Beverly Hills from 1 to 4 p.m. And they will introduce their new book called Nothing Held Back and celebrate the achievements of all of their members with performances of new work and with special guest readers, a silent auction, and a reception following. So please join me in welcoming Right Girl for our moment of inspiration.
Thank you so much, and we're very excited to be here this morning. We're very delighted for all your support. You of all people know the value of putting your words on paper and being able to express them in a public setting. Public speaking is probably people's #1 fear, and Right Girl addresses that directly by getting girls to stand up and speak their words out loud. We hope you'll take the time to take a look through the book. I'm sure you'll enjoy some of the writing of the women and the girls, because Right Girl also inspires women as well as young girls. And I'd like to read for you a little poem written by one of our girls. She's 16, her name is Arlene Galdamez. Literature is so great and peaceful. It touches one inside. Whether I'm awake or sleeping, I've always felt it in my life. The essence of the crisp new pages, the sound of the awakening dreams, makes me feel so ever grateful that literature is a part of me. So at 16, we're very excited that she was able to get those words out. I think a lot of us, a lot later in life, have not been so fortunate to be able to put them to paper. And we thank you so much for your support. We look forward to having you at our gala event on June 26th at the Writers Guild Theater. And we thank you for all the work you do in the community, and we hope that it'll continue to inspire other groups like Right Girl to continue to do more work in the community and serve others. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, and we hope that those words inspire everybody here in this chamber where we use words so often for so many things to bring change to our own communities, and we just wanted to thank Right Girl as well and give you this certificate of recognition. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. It's great.
Absolutely. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Garcetti. Colleagues, we're still at 9 members, so for those who may be listening from their offices, Mr. Cardenas, Ms. Hahn, Mr. Ludlow, Mr. Parks, Ms. Perry, and Mr. Villaraigosa, we need at least one of you to come down to council chambers so we can begin our meeting. In the meantime, do you have any announcements? Mr. Labange?
Members, since we have a little time, I'd like to introduce Grace Yu, the new Executive Director of the Korean American Coalition, and she grew up here in Los Angeles, right on the banks of the Los Angeles River in the Atwater Village District, went to the greatest high school in Los Angeles, John Marshall High School, was the student body president, later went to UC Riverside, where she completed her degree in political science, and then became a lawyer. Your law school was Seton Hall, and just a very dedicated person, inspired person. I just want to introduce her. Welcome to the City Council.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you. It is a pleasure to be here this morning with you all. I'm the new Executive Director of the Korean American Coalition, and I'm really looking forward to working with the different members here because I think there's a lot that the Korean community has to offer, and we want to be of service to you. So I look forward to working on different projects with each of the different members here. Thank you so much.
Grace, thank you very much. Kamsahamnida. Okay, Mr. President, if I could real quick here, we had a wonderful day, and we had the Toluca Lake Chamber of Commerce come up here. We have Fire Station 86 come up here. All of you, if you would please, Deputy Chief Mario Rueda and Assistant Chief Rick Garcia, Battalion Chief Patrick Shanley, and Captain Jim Finn, who's representing the Historical Society, who led us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Also Captain Bailey and his crew from Fire Station 86. If you just come up just for a second. On Fire Service Day, May 14th, there was a lot of excitement throughout the city, but one of the most exciting spots were located there on Violent Avenue at Fire Station 86, where they opened their doors and had a great pancake breakfast. The pancake breakfast was sponsored by the Toluca Lake Chamber of Commerce. They showed great leadership, and over 400 people came through the doors. The proceeds for the event went for the Toluca Lake Chamber of Commerce to adopt Fire Station 86. It's all familiar with the Adopt a Fire Station program. They adopted Fire Station 86, and also they gave money to the Fallen Firefighters Memorial located at the old Fire Station 27s in Hollywood. Right now, if I could, if you all please, and firefighters, if you would, let me salute the Toluca Lake Chamber, Richard Boji, their president, and also Steve Hampar, who is the coordinator and chair of the pancake breakfast. Give them a big hand. You can see from the wonderful display of photographs here of the great activities that took place in all the community and the children. But this great seal of the city of Los Angeles salutes the Toluca Lake Chamber. Step up there, Richard. Step up there, Steve. Handle that there. This is the great salute, a little token of appreciation for what you did. Speak to us, Richard.
Thank you, Tom. We appreciate this very, very much. Our goal here was to create an event that would bring the community in and help them appreciate the things that these men do for us every single men and women every single day of their lives. And as I was saying yesterday, when I pull over for a fire truck now, it's a different feeling because when that truck goes by, it's not just any truck, it's our truck. And I think that was the goal, and I hope we accomplished that.
You sure did, Richard. And Steve Hampar with the great pancakes. They're very good cakes that you had, too.
Well, it was an honor to be part of this program, and it was a first-time event. I think it went very well, and if you'll have us, we'd like to do it again next year.
Oh, they sure will have you. That's a great tool for our fire service. To speak again on behalf of the fire department, Firefighter of the Year, Jimmy Finn, who also is on the Historical Society and heading the effort to raise money for the monument. Tell us about the great over $1,200 contribution was made, both to $1,500 to the station and $1,500 to the Memorial Fund. Jimmy, give us a little rundown.
Well, I'd like to thank the Chamber and Fire Station 86 for their generosity. The Los Angeles Fire Department has been a paid department for 119 years. We have never had a memorial to the now 243 members that have given their lives in the line of duty, and that's what we're attempting to do now. And I would, beginning Friday, a torch relay will be running through each of the districts of the 103 fire stations that we have, and also, of course, through each of your 15 council districts. And what I would like to ask you to do is join with us. I'm going to give these brochures to Councilman Labange and support us with a pledge. And nothing would make me happier than to come back and present the mementos to you for your pledges at a later date. Thanks very much.
Well, thank you very much, Jimmy. Thank you. Let's give the Toluca Lake Chamber of Commerce a big hand, and the men and women of Fire Station 86. Mr. President, members, thank you all very much.
Thank you, Mr. Labange. At this time, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Cardenas, Garcetti, Gruel, Hahn, Labange, Ludlow, Misakowski, Parks, Perry, Reyes, Smith, Villaraigosa, Weisstein, Padilla, 10 members present and a quorum, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. The council is officially in session. First order of business, please.
Approval of the minutes.
Mr. Garcetti moves. Mr. Zine seconds.
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
Mr. Smith moves and Mr. Park seconds.
Mr. President, this is the time for comments from the public on items not on council's agenda.
And I have no request from members of the public to address the council under general public comment. General public comment for today's meeting is closed. Next item.
On the regular agenda, items noticed for public hearing, items 1 through 7 are ordinances, and they are pertaining to street lighting districts.
Okay, members, items 1 through 7 now before us, and I do not have requests from members of the public to address the council on these items. Public hearings are open and closed. Requests for specials on items 1 through 7. Seeing none, let's open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the vote.
10 ayes.
Those items are ordinances and do carry over for second readings. Next items, please.
Next item is also a public hearing item, item number 8, and I believe there is a card on that item.
We do have one card on item number 8. Let's call that special to hear from members of the public.
Next item is item number 9, also a public hearing item, and on that item, the applicant requests a continuance to June 29th.
Members, any objection to continuing item number 9? Seeing no objections, so ordered. Next item, please.
Next items are items for which public hearings have been held, items 6 through 29. On item number 29, there are 2 reports on the file. However, they do both concur, so both can be adopted as council wishes.
Okay, members, items 10 through 29 now before us. And again, I do not have requests from members of the public to address the council on these items. Motion from the floor would be required to reopen the public hearings. Seeing no such motion, do we have any requests for specials? Items 10 through 29. Seeing none, let's open the roll on those items. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
10 ayes.
Those items are approved. Next items, please.
Next items are items for which public hearings have not been held, items 30 through 67. 10 votes are required for consideration.
Without objection, items 30 through 67 are before the City Council today. Colleagues, I do not have requests from members of the public to address the council on these items. Public hearings are open and closed. Requests for specials, items 30 through 67. Seeing none, let's open the roll on those items, close the roll, and tabulate the vote.
10 ayes.
Those are approved. Items 30 through 37 are ordinances and carry over for second readings. Next item, please.
On the supplemental agenda, item number 68 is an item for which public hearing has been held. It's a Budget and Finance Committee report and an ordinance.
Okay, members, item 68 now before us. And again, public hearing has been held on this item in committee. Any requests to call this item special? Item 68. Seeing none, let's open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the vote.
10 ayes.
Okay, that item's an ordinance and carries over for a second reading. Next item, please.
Going back to the item called special, item number 8 was called special for a card from the public, and I believe there is an amendment on this one that is in the process of being distributed to the council.
In the meantime, on item number 8, let's hear from Sylvia Lynn Hawkins.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to say good morning to Senator Ariana, and good morning to everyone. Again, my name is Ms. Sylvia Lynn Hawkins. I would like to say no on number 8 for Preposition K Administration Funds number 43. Since our enrollment fee is now too high of charge and kids are now not enrolling, we must change what is full-time or part-time credit union for each semester. If going full-time as a student, it should only take 10 units and not 12 units for full-time. We are against each unit charge of 12 units or 6 units is the enrollment fee cost of each semester. No assessment test is needed for any school entrance. Only ID license from United States of America or your country ID license is needed. Thank you very much.
This concludes public comment for item number 8. Members of the council wishing to speak on this item? Seeing none, let's open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the vote.
10 ayes.
Okay, that is an ordinance and carries over for a second reading.
And I believe that was as amended because there's an amendment in the process of being circulated.
Without objection. Ms. Mizikowski?
10, 28, and 63 go forthwith.
10, 28, and 63. Forthwith, please. Madam Clerk?
Next item, Mr. President, Council has motions for posting and referral.
Motion shall be posted and referred.
And there are excuses on the desk. Councilmember Ludlow requests to be excused from today's meeting, the 15th, 17th, 21st, 22nd, and 28th and 29th. Those are all for city business, and a motion is required.
Okay. Mr. Reyes moves. Those excuses are granted. And do you have other excuses on the desk?
Yes, there are.
Okay. At the end of excuses, Madam Clerk, can you tell us which dates we may have quorum problems? But let's finish with the excuses before I...
Okay. Councilmember Reyes requests to be excused June 21st and 22nd. For personal business, a motion is required.
Mr. Smith moves. Mr. Reyes is excused.
And Councilmember Smith requests to be excused August 2nd and 3rd for city business. Those both meet council policy.
Okay. Those excuses are granted.
And that would clear the desk from the meeting.
Okay. Mr. Reyes?
Yes, can I move 65 forthwith, please?
Forthwith on 65, please. Now, colleagues, I just want us to take a look at the attendance roster for at least through the end of the month. As you know, we have one council member who's been elected mayor and is occupied with transition activities, another council member who is on the verge of taking a position outside the city and resigning from his post. In June, late June especially, we have a lot of end of fiscal year business that needs to be taken care of. So I want to make sure we avoid any quorum problems if at all possible. Madam Clerk?
Right now, the only day where there are 10 members only is Friday, June 24th, and already excused are Councilmember Cardenas, Councilmember Ludlow, Councilmember Reyes, Villaraigosa, Zine, and Padilla.
That's six
and that
members.
is a Friday. So that has, excuse me, Councilmember Ludlow was not excused for that meeting. He will be in attendance. So 5 council members are excused on that one.
So it's Friday the 24th, colleagues. Please note it on your schedule. We expect a bare quorum that day, only 10 members. So for those who are not excused to be out yet, please make it a point to be here. Please make it a point to be here on time. Have respect for your other colleagues and the public.
And excuse me, also on the 17th, there will be 10 after Councilmember Garcetti leaves at 11:15. So we already have a quorum on that day.
So on that day we have a quorum, but we'll have to be brief in the items called special that day so we can take care of business before losing a quorum.
And on the other days, there are either 11 or 12 council members present.
Okay. We'll continue to monitor that as the month goes on. Mr. LaBonge.
Yeah, Mr. President. Madam Clerk, on the 24th, am I excused?
No.
Okay, Mr. President, on the 24th, my daughter is graduating from public school in Los Angeles. I'd like to be in attendance at 10 a.m.
Okay, let's, after council, Mr. LaBonge, why don't we look at who has been excused, see if we can't get somebody to rearrange their plans to be here so that your absence doesn't break a quorum.
Thank you.
Okay, anything further, Madam Clerk?
No, that clears the desk, and the amending motion has been distributed on number 8.
Okay. Mr. Labange?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President. Item 8 has been acted on already?
Yes, but...
And staff doesn't need to say anything on it? You don't need to say anything? Okay, thank you very
Our
much.
action included the amending motion that's been circulated, and the ordinance does carry over for a second reading. Anything further? If not, we see a group of young students who have joined us. Welcome to City Hall. What school are you from? Can't hear you. All right. First time in City Hall? Are we having fun yet? All right. Madam Clerk, next item, please.
That clears the desk, Mr. President.
Colleagues, any other announcements today? Any other announcements today? Seeing none, do we have any adjourning motions? If we have no adjourning tributes today, we do? Mr. Zine? Okay, would everybody please rise for adjourning tributes? Mr. Labange.
I'd like to ask that we adjourn in memory of Hong Tom, who passed away last week. For over 30 years, he worked at the Hollywood Bowl in the very artistic landscaper, and his work will be a constant reminder because you know how special it was around there. His wife of 56 years, Margaret, and his sons Eugene, Ed, and Albert, and his daughter Shirley. This is the father of our dear friend Ed Tom, who's the general manager of the Hollywood Bowl. I ask we adjourn in memory of Hong Tom. Thank you.
Other tributes? Mr. Zine.
Mr. President, we have Mr. John Douglas Gallo, passed away June 1st. John Douglas Gallo, resident of Canoga Park, served as a military photographer in Vietnam for the United States Marines between 1967 and 1970. The pictures he took captured many stories of those who served in Vietnam and helped the world understand the people and culture of Vietnam. John dedicated his post-military career to education as a professor of photography at Pierce College in Woodland Hills for over 30 years. He retired from Pierce in late 2004. Throughout his teaching career, John taught his students how to bring about human stories with photography. His genuine and caring nature will be greatly missed by all who knew him. He is survived by siblings Linda Clark, Susan Pickens, Don Gallo, Dean Gallo, and a large number of friends. May John Douglas Gallo rest in peace.
Other final tributes? Madam Clerk, please call the roll. Thank you all very much. This meeting is almost adjourned. Mr. Reyes.
We were so efficient today in our meeting that we have with us Gratz Elementary from District 1. Just want to welcome them and thank you for coming down. This is City Hall, Council, and thank you for joining us today. Thank you so much.
If your presence helps all our meetings move this quick, please come back every time. This meeting is now adjourned.
You are watching LA City View, Channel 35. Your city, your channel.